Ethical Property Partners is not about getting into real estate. It's not about starting your buy-to-let journey, but I get asked it all the time. And so rather than focus on sophisticated property investing in this episode, I'm going to tell you what I wish I'd done when I first started in property. Frank Flegg here from Ethical Property Partners. The first thing that I would recommend you do is educate yourself. Too many people jump in and buy a property, buy 2 or 3 properties. I come across them all the time. They've used up all their capital and then they start trying to invest properly in a sophisticated manner and they haven't got any money left, and it just slows them down massively. And so what I recommend is that you read books. Read as many property investment books, real estate books as you possibly can, at least 20 or 30. There's loads out there. After you've done that, start researching trainers and mentors. And the way I'd recommend you do that is go to their lowest ticket price event. So some of them will do a 1-day or a 2-day for free. Some of them will do a paid for 1-day or 2-day. Expect to pay anything from £27 as a commitment to turn up to £500 a day, and go and see them all. Every property trainer you can find, because what you'll pay in those small admission prices is often far less than it costs the trainer to put the event on. What they are doing is they are hoping that after you've seen them and understood them and their message and their training techniques, that you're going to buy their future courses. And of course you do want to do that, but only do it after you've gone to see at least 10 different mentors, trainers or gurus. And indeed, we run a 1-day course. You might want to come to our 1-day seminar. Once you've done that, pick one, only one trainer, mentor, guru, franchise, whatever you want to do. Pick one and go on to their next level. So most will have a 3-day paid for event, £1,000 to £3,000. Perhaps they'll do a mentorship for a few months. So we do a 4-month membership where you get access to the intellectual property on the partnership. You get to do your first deal or two for £3,000 to give you an indication. I'm not trying to sell our stuff. Go and see everyone before you pick who you want to go forward with, but only go forward with one, because they're likely to give you different perspectives, different slants, and it can get very confusing if you're trying to be mentored by more than one person. And then stop your education unless you're already getting results. So if you've done a deal or two, by all means carry on with that mentor or that trainer, that franchise. If you haven't done a deal yet, you now have enough education to get results. It's something that you're not doing. So keep taking action, keep disciplined, and perhaps get yourself an accountability partner, or perhaps even get yourself an accountability coach. Not necessarily the mentor. The property mentor is going to be a lot more expensive, but keep taking focused action. And I would say for at least 6 or 12 months. Now that might sound like a long time, but you should be getting results at this stage. If you've picked the right mentor or trainer, you definitely should be getting results. And only after 6 to 12 months of focused action. Now on the partnership, I say that I don't want to work with anyone who's not willing to put 15 hours a week into their property business. So if you're doing 2 hours on a Saturday afternoon, you're not going to get results. This isn't a snake oil, get rich quick scheme. This isn't that. This is a business. You have to put elbow grease, you have to put effort, you have to work at your property business. And so after you've read those books, and I'm not kidding when I say 20 or 30 books, you can listen to my audiobook, you can go read other people's books. Some people have spent years writing quality property education. You can watch tons of videos, but make sure you read 20 or 30 books on property investing. Hopefully that's helped you guys. It is definitely the best way to succeed in property. I don't mind if you don't join ourselves, if you don't join EPP. And if you go on Facebook, you'll hear loads of people saying that you don't need a mentor, you don't need a guru, you can do it yourself. I disagree. If I could go back and speak to my former self 13 years ago, I would have taken on board a property mentor far earlier. What those guys on Facebook and LinkedIn and YouTube are talking about is bad trainers and bad gurus, ones that haven't cut their teeth, haven't been doing this for years and years, don't know the stuff that they're teaching well enough. And I agree, you don't want to be mentored by them. But if you use my system, you will pick, well, you're far more likely, it doesn't guarantee it, but you're far more likely to pick a quality mentor that's been there, done that, is still doing it now. That's so important that they're current. If you ask your prospective mentor how many deals they've done in the last 12 months, if they can't list them for you, they can't show you them in terms of the numbers, in terms of what they've actually made, how it worked, then I'd move on. And once you've picked that mentor, then commit fully and the results will come, I guarantee it. To conclude, if you are a newbie and you haven't invested in property before, or maybe you've got one buy to let and now you want to do it more seriously, please, please, please don't jump in with 2 feet. This is not the industry to learn as you go along. Don't be impatient. Take your time, learn. Just take 3 months, 6 months even to learn before you do anything. The number of people I've come across where they've inherited 100 grand or they've had a windfall or redundancy of 50 grand and they've just blown it on a bad investment or 4. I've seen people just go and buy 4 new builds and use all their capital and then realise that they bought 4 lemons. Don't be one of those guys. Invest in your education first. Not loads of money, do it really safely, not necessarily with me, but invest in your education and then take focused, massive action and the results will follow. If you've enjoyed this video, guys, click subscribe, click like, click the notification bell, and you'll get way more of our great quality content. See you then.